What's up, everybody? It's that wonderful time of the year. It's that time for football. And when it's time for football, it's time for me to put out my picks. And here they are. So let's get right to it. It is Friday. I'm filming this on Friday. We already had our football game with the Chiefs and the Patriots. And bottom line, the Patriots got the first touchdown of the season, but they also got the first loss of the season. So it looks like it's going to start off on a good note in the NFL. I did pick the Patriots, though, but they lost 27. They got 27 points. The Chiefs got 42, so I got a loss on that. So let's get right to it. I'm basing everything on just what I know from the last season. It's way too premature to even know who's good and who's not, but I'm just going to go based on that, and let's get right to it. So Sunday's coming up, and it's going to start off with the Jets and the Bills. At Bills, I picked the Bills. The Jags are at the Texans. I'm going, now that's kind of rough because they're going to be playing elsewhere. Jacksonville's facing a hurricane. The Texans, obviously, we all know, they unfortunately got hit with a hurricane, so they're playing somewhere else. I anticipate that this game is going to go somewhere else in the country. Or if they cancel it and just reschedule it, I don't know how that's going to work. But it is the Jags at the Texans. I picked the Texans. Steelers at Browns. I really want the Browns to come through. They've been having a bad luck. I know it. I'm a Raider fan. I know about losses and how to deal with it, but they need to come up. And I think there's a little bit of a shining light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm not going to pick them just yet. So I'm going to. They let me down too many times last season. So I'm going with Steelers at Browns, Cards at Lions. I'm going with the Lions, and check it out. Derek Carr just got stomped on. He was the highest paid quarterback. Lions got that one. They just upped his contract way up there. So I'm going with the Lions. I don't know. Bucks at Dolphins. There's another situation. Both teams are right smack dab in the middle of Hurricane Irma. So I don't know how they're going to do that. Bucks at Dolphins. Sad situation, but wherever they play, however they're going to reschedule that. I don't know, but I'm going with the Dolphins on that. Falcons at Bears. Going with the Falcons. Raiders at Titans. The Raiders were horrendous in the preseason. Their defense just looked so skeptical and sketchy. It just looked bad. It didn't look like anything good. The Raiders have no depth. Bottom line, they have no defensive depth, and they really need to work on that. Or I don't know why people are screaming Super Bowl and stuff like that already, or playoffs, or whatever they're screaming. But that's a verbal, premature thing to say. They're just not. I still pick the Raiders, but I think the Titans are favored in that game. Ravens and Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. Eagles at Redskins. I'm going with the Redskins. Colts at Rams. Rams, I'm not feeling them. I'm still not feeling them. Even a season later, I'm not feeling them. So I'm going with the Colts. Panthers at 49ers. 49ers, actually, I watched a couple of their preseason games, and they look like they have a good. They got I forgot his name right off the top. Excuse me, but they play good. The Niners actually look way better in preseason than they did all of last season. So that's if that's any indication of the future of their season, the 49ers season, good for them. I'm going with the 49ers over the Panthers. Cam Newton, no, I ain't feeling it. Seahawks at Packers. I'm going with the Seahawks, the Sea Chickens. Giants at Cowboys. I got my issues with the Cowboys, not as a team, but as with their ownership. Has nothing to do with my pick, but I am going with the Cowboys. Giants, Eli, I don't know what you've been doing in the offseason, but I hope you're doing something. And Monday, it seems to be there's a doubleheader. So I'm going with the Saints. The Vikings are playing at home. Saints and Vikings, I'm going with the Vikings. And Chargers at Broncos. Two teams I despise. I was going to go with the Chargers just because I feel for the San Diego fans. I have friends down in San Diego, and I'm feeling it, for them. I mean, I'm in that same boat. And one more thing, sorry about that. Storage ran out on the SD card, so gotta get a new one. So I'm going to go right to it. And the final game on Monday is Chargers at Broncos. I hate both the teams, so I feel sorry for the Chargers. I was going to vote for, pick them just based on that, but, week one. But I'm not going to do that. Bottom line is I think the Broncos are going to get that one. So there you go. Chiefs over the Patriots. I took Bills over Jets, Texans over Jags, Steelers over the Browns, Lions over Cards, Dolphins over the Bucks, Falcons over the Bears, Raiders over the Titans, Bengals over the Ravens, Redskins over the Eagles, Colts over the Rams, 49ers over the Panthers, Seahawks over the Packers, Cowboys over the Giants, Vikings over the Saints, and Broncos over the Chargers. That's it. That's week one. And I hope, and just right off the top, last year I did absolutely fantastic with my picks. With FanDuel, I made some good money. And so, whether you like my picks or not, they make money. So there you go. So hopefully I can do that again this season. So there's my picks. Hope everybody has a great NFL season. And I hope your team doesn't win and my team does and goes to the Super Bowl. All right, with that, I'm out. Peace.